To southern Israel, the city of Sderot. Where just a little earlier, these dramatic scenes played out, leaving residents and small children there fearing for their lives, with at least 36 rockets launched from the Gaza Strip a day after Hamas vowed revenge for the deaths of 2 of its gunmen. At least 2 of those rockets landed in the city of Sderot. The Iron Dome missile defence system was activated, intercepting another 2, but it's been confirmed that 6 Israelis have been injured and at least 9 others treated for anxiety. The Israeli army has responded, striking 12 Hamas terror posts in the coastal enclave, while rocket sirens continue to sound intermittently in southern Israeli communities. And let's go back now to our defence correspondent, Daniel Tsemach, who's standing by there in Sderot. Daniel, tell us a little more about what we're hearing from both sides. What are we hearing from Gaza, from Hamas, and also from the Israeli Defence Force?
Well, Sarah, let's actually just start right here in the city of Sderot. This is a city that's been really the subject of conversation today because it started out with a barrage of rocket fire with 4 projectiles landing here, one of them landing on the home behind me, and another one overhead right here, as you can see. You see that? That is 1 projectile. As we can see, this is far from over. And it's also important to mention here that that happened without a rocket alert siren going off. But there have been very many instances such as this one with projectiles flying overhead over the city of Sderot. And it's an ongoing situation, as you can see, a very volatile situation. Now the red alert sirens are going off. Here it happens to be after the fact. What you just saw there were also missile interceptors that were launched. It wasn't only rocket fire. There's a big difference here, and it's important to note. But as you can see, this is the 3rd such incident that's happened in the past half hour since we've been on broadcast with you guys. And the situation seems to be far from over. And the barrage of rocket fire continues. The rocket alert sirens continue to ring out, not only here in the city of Sderot, but also in other Israeli border communities that might even be closer to the Israel-Gaza border. And it seems as though whatever has been ongoing is definitely going to continue, at least for the minutes to come. And we're hearing again now from emergency team units that are here on site that we should get out of the way. But as we mentioned earlier, when you're in an open area such as this, what you really hope for, you lay to the ground, you cover your head, and you hope for the best. In this instance, though, as you saw, those projectiles were launched before the sirens were even sounded. So it's such a quick sort of chain of events. And these sensors on the Iron Dome defense system that trigger the interceptor missiles to be launched are very sensitive. And at times it can be even come before a strike. And at times that's what they call a false alarm. Doesn't mean that there wasn't something launched. It just means that maybe there wasn't rocket fire that was heading towards a populated area, and it may have been heading towards an open area. As we understand, most of the projectiles that have been launched throughout this evening have landed in open areas, but we are hearing now reports that 2 more landing sites have been, or 2 more projectiles, let's say, have landed within the city of Sderot. That would put the total number, as of now, from what we understand, that these are still reports unconfirmed, at 6 projectiles landing in this city of Sderot alone, a city very, very familiar with this sort of occurrence, unfortunately, in the past several years, a city that's very familiar with the rocket alert sirens and projectiles fired towards these neighborhoods.
Daniel Tsemach.